For the chronograph, I think people adore the chronograph a lot from the Lange & Söhne, but we still see quality of the chronograph split second and also the triple split second.
Yeah, I think that is due to the fact that it's handmade, and only the best watchmakers who can do that. You have to have a little bit of a talent and experience to be able to build our chronographs. And of course, we monitor, we train watchmakers. We have a watchmaking school, but they take 3 years to learn. And after 3 years, they still got 1 year extra. So they finalized the watchmaking school, and then we put them in an department which they got trimmed or trained on Lange & Söhne specific watches. And there we monitor quite closely the different talents. Because you have young people who say, no, I'm fine doing an easy watch. I go home at 5 o'clock and I'm fine. But you also have the ambitious watchmakers who say, oh no, I'm dreaming of doing a turbograph or a Zeitwerk one day. And we monitor that, we check that. So it's not, and as soon, if we see someone has the talent and the will to do, we learn and we try to go to get them in that direction. It takes a couple of years, but we started right away. We not say, okay, you're gonna do manual watches and after 5 years we'll see. No, that would be a waste of energy. And if we go to the manufacturer, you will see that the age of our talented watchmakers who are doing the chronographs or the complications are quite young. That is good. It's good for the future. But on the other hand, there are not many who can do that. And it's always, fun thing. I was talking with a collector. He was really convinced that on the Lange 1 perpetual calendar, we had 15 watchmakers building them.
Oh, wow.
15. I don't know, no, it's just 2. It's just 2. And they used to do the Langematic perpetual again before that, and we switched them. And if one is ill, we have half of production. That's how it works. It's the same with the dadographs.
I was wondering, for the highly complication, of course, there's a limited watchmaker can do it.
Yeah.
For Lange & Söhne, it's like every single high complication watchmakers do all, or they separate by functions.
Yeah, they got trained on the caliber, on the movement, and it takes time. If you have a young watchmaker and to train it on the datograph, you're 1.5 years. Then starts, and then building, and gently. Of course, one is a little bit faster, one's a bit slower. It's always the same. And it's also not to say, okay, to build a chronograph, it takes that time. Sometimes, yes. Sometimes a bit longer, because there's adjustment which didn't work out, had to restart again, or a little bit faster. He's lucky. That is extremely exciting for our product planners, and it's the way it is. And it's all the human factor. It's the skills, it's the handcraftsmanship. Many people are waiting. I ordered my datograph, I want to have it. When is it coming? Excitement, yeah, logic. And we do our best, really do our best, but
I think it's also because it's really, really challenging to reach the high standard of the Lange & Söhne. So it's not every single watchmaker can do it. It's only a Lange & Söhne watchmaker can do it.
Yeah.
That's why it's so precious and rare in the market.
yeah, exactly.
Thank you so much for today.